something that occurred 150 years ago. It's a natural thing that happens every day still. Two shepherds got together and wanted to have a contest to see who had the best sheepdog. And that developed into regular competitions. Wanted to see who was best. We do it in all sorts of things. And this is a place where we do it with probably the brightest dogs, and we ask them to do the most difficult things that we ask of dogs. We have people here who have never seen this sort of thing before, and we have real fans, and they're sharing the experience on this beautiful day of watching something that's kind of elegant, beautiful, and exciting all at the same time.
Soldier Hollow is one of the biggest trials in North America, a big invitational trial, so people kind of qualify to get here. We're all trying to run for the top prize, and it's a beautiful trial, beautiful sheep, beautiful hillside course, and it's really fun to run in it.
We got the invitation, and it's always an honor to come run dogs here, and so every time we get the opportunity, we pack up from San Diego and come on up. It's a great dog trial.
What happens in this competition is it begins with Today it begins with 5 wild range sheep, never been worked by dogs, being released 400 yards up on the mountainside. The dog has to, on its own, without the shepherd, just being directed by whistles, go up and gather those sheep together in an efficient and not confrontational way. Has to take good care of them, has to bring them down to the shepherd through a set of pre-established panels, have to come through a specific course. Their work is being judged all the time. Has to then take them out through a course that simulates the things that dogs have to do in daily work on a working sheep farm or ranch. Once that's done, the sheep are brought back to the handler, and the dog has to separate out certain sheep. Again, that's something a dog has to do. And then the final element is the dog has to put the sheep in a small pen. All of these things are things that the sheep have other ideas about. This is an agility course where the obstacles have brains and minds of their own, and they're constantly changing the course and having their own thoughts about the process.
They know their job, they know the sheep, but it's to keep them fit. The elevation's a little higher than they're used to. Just keeping them fit is the main thing, because once you get a tired dog, they just can't think, and they lose the finesse, and they start getting sloppy, and you just can't have that at the end of the run here with the finish work.
We always try and prepare them for things that are difficult. Making things easy all the time really doesn't help you. You have to have dogs that are ready for the tough stuff, because that's what these sheep are. They've come down from altitude, so they're fortified by the altitude as much as my dogs are compromised. And you have to have them very fit, and they also have to be ready for just difficult sheep, making funny moves, being prepared to be calm in the face of adversity from the sheep, and play it cool for protection.
We'll have somewhere between 26 and 30,000 people come here this year. That's the biggest crowd in the world for an annual sheepdog competition. We have handlers, competitors who come from all over the world to test their dogs on this hillside.
But that's one thing about this trial, is it's a great spot for everybody from all over the country to join up and see each other again, because we travel either to the west or so the West and the East are divided, and this is where we all kind of come together, and it's good. And everybody supports everybody.
They're fighting for gold, silver, and bronze medals, and the prestige of winning this trial, and what comes with that. And there's also $20,000 in purse money, which in this sport is a big purse. But it's also, more than anything, it's about winning the trial.
The purified concentration of running the dogs is fantastic. You concentrate on every movement the sheep make, and they hope that you've developed these refinements in your dog that they do at your bidding to take the sheep around the course in a very precise way, that they have good charge of the sheep. And that lets you be at the sophisticated end of a very primitive instinct, because that's what it is in the dogs, and you make that instinct work for you. It's a thrill.